Hi, my name's Chegs. This is episode 1 of Come Ride With Me. Today we have a dual camera setup. Should greatly add to the production value of this video. These videos are just going to be a vlog of a Peloton session with me. I'm just going to talk about anything that comes to mind whilst I'm sweating. And today I will be doing this ride, 30 minutes in Richmond Park in London town. So let's get started, shall we? So this is a 30 minute course. My 30 minute record for output is 326 kilojoules. So I don't think we'll be hitting that today, but hopefully we can get near enough 300 maybe. Currently riding at about 56% resistance. Cadence is at like 60 rotations per minute. So I do actually have a blocked left ear today. Not ideal. I've had it since yesterday and it's absolutely awful because it's like I literally cannot hear anything out of this side. Like if I put headphones in, it's like one side only is working. It's grim. And you take that stuff for granted, don't you, when it's all working fine. You don't have blocked ears. And as soon as you do, you realise, oh my god, it's quite useful having two working ears. I've been putting like drops in it. It happens to me all the time. I think I'm very susceptible to it. I'm hoping it will clear up soon. This jumper will be coming off soon. You get really flipping sweaty on these exercise bikes. Sweatier than you do, I think, doing anything else, any other, I don't know why. But you sweat loads on these things. When I run, I don't sweat like I do on these. It's crazy. My hair's also got very long again. Long and thick. I do have quite thick hair. We'll be getting a haircut on Friday. Get it sorted out, get the mop sorted out on top of my head. When I was at secondary school, I used to have quite lengthy hair. Not like a lot, not like really long, but like down to like here, I would say. Oh no, around the back it came to like here. And I used to always get called mop head. No, I didn't really take much offence to that. But it's just quite funny really, isn't it? Mop head. Imagine getting called that as an adult. Right, this jumper's going off. Right, let's take the speed up a bit. My shoes are squeaking a bit on this, so apologies if you can hear that. Yeah, I'm just on my lunch break currently. Thought that now would be a good time to do some exercise and film a video. So obviously I work from home. One of the joys of working from home is obviously that on your lunch you can fit stuff in, like working out or whatever, haircut. But I have to say, with working from home, it's great and all, but sometimes you have days where you feel like you're going a little bit insane. Like the repetitive nature of being at home, it can sometimes get on top of you a bit. Like I sometimes feel like it's just like Groundhog Day. Like every day's the same a bit. So it's good to break it up with exercise, obviously. But I do that so much, that just feels like part of Groundhog Day too. If I go to the gym on lunch. To be fair, I don't tend to do the Peloton on lunch, so this is something a bit different today. Just going back to my blocked ear. Yesterday, played badminton in the evening with my friends, which I do each week now. And the problem with a blocked left ear is, if you're playing doubles in badminton and somebody stood on your left, who's your doubles partner, if they shout mine, you can't even hear them. So I was having to make sure yesterday that on the whole I was stood on the left so I could actually hear people. But on these occasions where I did have someone on my left, it was a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, left blocked ear and badminton, not a great combo. So this is actually the first Peloton like course thing that I've seen that's in England. It's very interesting. I hadn't seen any in England yet. In Richmond Park, which obviously Richmond, that's where Ted Lasso was manager of. So his team wasn't really a real team, but fun fact for you all, I'm sure. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry if I'm like, this is really boring. I'm still kind of getting to grips with like, talk. It's hard to like be yourself on camera, I think sometimes, especially initially. Like, I feel like I'm on camera. I've watched back some of my videos, my early ones. Oh my God, why do I look so serious for? Just ridiculous. Like, I need to loosen up a bit. And I was saying, actually, obviously, that when I'm exercising, it is a lot easier to be myself on camera. It's very weird. If you guys are into your cycling, your spin classes yourselves, great. Let me know how you find it. I would say it's my second favourite form of cardio after running. I'm not sure how many forms of cardio there are. I think swimming counts as one, doesn't it? So I do probably prefer swimming to cycling. I like them all for different reasons, but running is definitely my favourite. But this is great, like I said before, so much easier on the legs than running is. Still gives them a good battering in terms of in the muscle, but I don't think your joints and bones take as much of a pounding doing this as they do stomping on concrete. Coming up to halfway now, probably not doing quite as much effort as I thought I would, but I've got to talk at the same time too, innit? So be a bit, go easy on me. So what I want to know is, these Peloton things that they film, what do the people who film them, what do their bikes look like? Because I've never seen one, and I want to know like whether it's obvious, because you obviously see them cycle past people. I can't really tell if it's real. No, like it obviously is real, but sometimes they cycle past people, and people don't even react to them being there. Like right now, they're cycling directly at a family, and they barely moved. So, like, what is going on? The worst thing about this exercise is the flipping saddle sore. Some days it's awful. Oh my God, it's like being wedgied. Talking about being at school earlier and being called a moped, it's like being wedgied. Moped, give him a wedgie. Moped, give him a wedgie. I know that seemed like I'm really recalling some real traumatic events there. I promise you I'm not. I didn't get bullied any more than the next person. Just the usual, just the right amount of bullying, I would say, is what I got. Just the right amount, you know, to keep you in line, to keep you aware of your place in the pecking order. The alpha males had to assert their dominance one way or another. Their favourite tactic was using moped and wedgie with me. In all seriousness, if you are being bullied, please seek the correct help and let people know. Because bullying, and if you are a bully, you can get to fuck, mate. You're not cool. You're a wanker. Well, this has been a very bizarre. Oh my God, a deer on the video. This has been a bizarre video, hasn't it? I did say I would chat shit, and I think I am. yeah, so we can keep talking about school if we want. If any of you guys have stories of being bullied or whatever, let me know. You know, this is a safe space. Let me know about being bullied. I went to a very chaotic school, an all-boys school. It wasn't a private school, nothing like that. Because that's always what people assume when you say all-boys. They think, you're minted. And it's like, nah. I just went to like one of the last all-boys state schools in the country. We had kids climbing on the roof, getting chased by police. We had obviously the standard for the UK now, but like 10-15 years ago, still pretty standard, but maybe not to the same extent. All the sort of knives and things, not bring your knife to school day. I remember in year 8, right? No, year 7, which if you're like American, even like Australia and stuff, I don't think they call it year 7. But year 7, you're like, what age are you? Like 11, 12. And in year 7, we had form in the morning, it was called, and that was like your group within your year group that were like, you weren't in all the same classes, but you're in the same form in the morning. So this kid, we'll call him Bob for the sake of this video. This kid, Bob, right, he goes, like, he sat behind me and he goes, oh, look at this, look what I've got. And he shows me this bottle. It's like, it looks like apple juice. So I'm like, oh yeah, you've got apple juice. Like, we were only meant to, in my school we weren't allowed, the only liquid you were allowed to drink in lessons was water. So I was like, oh, that's written water, isn't it? Like, then he goes, no, not apple juice, beer. And he's literally filled up his water bottle in the morning before going to school with beer from home. And he sat at the back of the class in the morning drinking beer. Like, obviously there's probably like issues at home and stuff for that to be happening, but I always vividly remember that and just think, like, we were literally like 11 years old. Like, I know a lot of people in the UK start drinking when they're like 13, but 11 in school. We had teachers that got locked out of their classroom by the class stacking up tables and chairs against the door. They used to do this thing called a riot in the playground, where obviously, as the name says, there's a bit of a riot that takes place. But how they used to formulate it was a group of, usually it would be like the older kids in this school, like year 10, year 11, they'd gather around, pretend there's a fight going on. So loads of people would gather and then they'd go, riot, and then start running at the crowd that's gathered behind them. So then all the crowd would have to run too, and they would run up and down through the school, through the playground of the school, just basically charging through, like taking out anyone in the way. It was pretty mad. And my school had a thing in place where when that started to happen, they would lock off, like, they would start shutting the gates within the playground to like segregate the playground, almost like a prison would, if there was a prison riot where they lock off certain parts of the prison. That would happen in school. I've got loads of stories like that though. If they're interesting, I'll keep going through them. We are almost at the end now, but that was episode 1 of Come Ride With Me. Episode 2 next week, and episode 17 of my road to sobriety on Sunday, so stay tuned for those ones. Bye.